Hey everyone, this is Linda here. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell icon so that you do not miss any of our videos. So today, I want to talk to you about the battle is the Lord's. The battle is the Lord's. How many of you heard the song, The Battle is the Lord's by Rebecca? This song has been on repeat mode for me because I don't know, every time I listen to the song, it just motivates me because it says the battle is the Lord's, it's not yours, it's not ours. So, dear people of God, we all might face battles of various kinds, spiritual, mental and emotional battles. How do we deal with it when we have, a battle? I'm not talking about the battle with flesh and blood, fist or gun, but I'm talking about spiritual battle. How do we deal with it? We see in 2 Chronicles chapter 20 verses 15, we see the story of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat fighting his battle. We see his leadership. We see Jehoshaphat is setting a standard of how to deal with unexpected battles. We see how well Jehoshaphat is fighting his battles. We see he is seeking the Lord's face. He set his face towards the Lord, and he not only set his face towards the Lord, but we see that he is declaring a fast among the people of Judah to seek the Lord's help. We see when they're praying, we see God is actually speaking to prophet Jehaziel, saying, if you read in chapter 20 verses 15, it says, he said, listen, you Judah and you inhabitants of Jerusalem and the king of Jehoshaphat, thus says the Lord to you, do not be afraid nor be dismayed because of this great multitude, for the battle is not yours, it is God's. Yes. And also we read in verses 17, you will not need to fight in this battle. Position yourself, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord who is with you, O Judah or Jerusalem. Do not fear or be dismayed. Tomorrow go out against them, for the Lord is with you. Dear people of God, we see very clearly God is saying them to be still because the battle is not theirs, the battle is God's. Dear people of God, we know sometimes, we might imagine or we might assume, how can we be still when all this chaos is happening around us? That is what God is telling. God is asking them to be still. Sometimes, in our lives, when things are not going our way, we might be so troubled. We might do everything, trying to fix our battle. Or we might try to fight our battles by our own, or we might approach people for help. And lastly, we go to God and ask Him to fight the battles. But dear people of God, sometimes God asks us to be still. He wants us to allow Him to fight the battles. He wants us to allow Him to fight the battle. Dear people of God, all that we need to do today is we need to allow Him to do the fighting, because we see how beautifully God led the people of Judah. He gave them victory. How beautifully God gave them victory. So dear people of God, I encourage you to take up your position, stand firm in your faith, and let God do His work. Let God do the battling. Let God do the fighting. So you just be still and let Him work. Thank you and God bless.